Hello everyone. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Forex Pipeline. It's been a while. I know I've been away for a while, but I'm back right now. So let's just go into the market and get some quick analysis and let's make some cool cash, right? So let's do that. Now, practically, if you guys look at my chart, you will observe that USD card has practically been dipping for a while now. After the range, after this whole crazy range we had at the top, we ranged for a period of almost 4 months, and to be very honest, it has not been an easy one because I predominantly trade USD card as my base pair. So this whole range that you are seeing at the top here was so crazy. It has not really been, it was not actually funny for me. All the movement today, we are buying, tomorrow you're selling. You don't just know where the market wants to head. It was so crazy, but thank God that we are out of the range. We had the breakouts and we had this whole rally all the way to the downside. Now, initially, practically, I was anticipating this pullback, but I was not anticipating price to range for this long before it pulled back. You get? So practically, if you take your Fibonacci from the swing low, which is right here, right, to the swing high, you find out that price is in our golden zone in it. So we should be expecting price to give us some reversal movements, right? Now, and of course, if you look by your left here, you will tend to find out that this was a resistance that is turning support right now. So that is also another confluence telling us that yes, there is a high probability for price to reject from that level, just neatly at this level. So you can see nicely that this was initially a resistance level and price broke above it, and you can see we have the retest of that same level. So practically we'll be anticipating that USD card will be gunning back for 1.45, which was the initial resistance level, which is sweetly right about here. So we should be expecting USD card to be gunning for this point right here. So let's go quickly to the chart and see what is happening on the lower time frame. Now, from the daily perspective, this is what we are seeing now. Practically, of course, if you have been following my page, or if you haven't followed my page, go back and watch previous videos. You agree with me that we have to be trading with the overall trend of the market. All right. Now, practically, personally, my brain does not assimilate or interpret sell markets properly for me. I don't know why, but I easily interpret bullish markets than bearish market. I don't know why it's like that for me. So, but that's just my style, right? So we are going to scale down to a smaller time frame. Now, if you can see what happened just this week. Now, last week we closed with this strong bearish candle, and this week we are opening with the morning star on this level. Now you can see at Monday we had a bull market which actually closed with a doji candle, which is an indecision, and then yesterday, that was Tuesday, we had price closing with a strong bullish candle telling us that yes, there's the high tendency that we are going to pull all the way to the upside in it. Now don't forget, 1.4 is also a strong level that acted as resistance initially. So there's a strong probability that price can just tap into 1.4 and continue selling. Don't forget, we are still on a downtrend, right? We are still on a downtrend. We have not have a change of trend, so we are still on a downtrend in it. So what do we do now? Let's go down to our 4-hour time frame so that we can see what is happening on the market very clearly, right? It's loading. All right, here we go. So now on the 4-hour time frame, like what I said, we have not actually seen reversal. Now, according to our downtrend facts, we understand that if we are in a downtrend, we'll be creating lower highs and lower lows. Now here we have a lower high, we have a lower low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low. Now for us to say we have a change in trend, price has to do what? Price has to take out this level here, this lower high here that initially caused this whole rally. But so long as we sustain below this guy right here, we are still bearish. Get the point? So long as we sustain below this guy, we are bearish, and if we break above this guy, we are back to being bullish. Simple and short. Now if on your 4 hour, now you can see that price is trying to give us a kind of a W pattern that is forming right here. You can see also, if you look at it closely from your 4 hour time frame, you can see that this is an inverse head and shoulder, which is also a strong buy signal. You can see this is an inverse, this is the neckline, this is the left shoulder, the head, and of course we have the right shoulder here, and we have a breakout. So practically we should be expecting price to do what? To retest 1.3900, which is this level right here, which is actually the neckline, and then we should have a continuation all the way to the upside. As simple as that. Now first things first, personally, if I'll be taking this trade, I'll be targeting 1.4100 for this buy trade. Now because we know what the price is supposed to do, or because we have anticipated what price is supposed to do, what do we want to go and look for now? From the 4 hour, you can see that the 4 hour and the daily is aligning. On the daily, we already have a morning star that is aligning on a strong support level, right? And then on the 4 hour, we are having an inverse head and shoulder, which is signifying that there is a strong buying opportunity, or there are strong buyers in the market. Now if you look inside of this level, you can see we have a morning star here also, right? Now let's scale down to our 1 hour time frame for clarity. Now from the 1 hour time frame, now this is just you can see that I went to the higher time frame, and I'm breaking it down for you guys so that you can see how you should properly be looking at your market. Now from this point, I can clearly see that we had a change of trend. Apart from this whole inverse head and shoulder, let me just delete this so that we'll have a clear chart. Apart from this whole inverse head and shoulder we are seeing here, this was the last low that created a new lower low in it. So this was the last low that created a new lower low, and let me connect. So this was the last low that created a new lower low here. Now this was the last low that created a new lower low. Now as price took it out, I'll target my change in trend. So initially we were bearish, but price took this level out. Now we are short-term bullish. Don't forget, I said overall, until we take out the 4 hour high, which is up there, we are still bearish. So there is still a tendency that price can still do something like this, can just boom all the way to the downside. It is very, very much possible, because this setup I'm seeing here is actually against the retracement, but because of our overall trend is telling us that we are bullish, so we can still take buy setups. Right now, the short-term retracement is still signifying that we are bearish. All right, but because we know what the higher time frame is telling us, and that's why it's very good to trade with your higher time frame, because you know what the higher time frame is telling us, we are looking for more buy signals. Now here you can see that we have a change in trend. Now if you take your Fibonacci from swing low here to swing high, which is all the way here, right, we can see that price is going to align with our support level, the neckline of our inverse head and shoulder. Now you can see neatly, you can see that the 0.5 level aligned very neatly with the neckline of this inverse head and shoulder, which is here. Let me just mark it out for you guys. So this is level. Now this is the level that price has aligned with properly. Now personally, what do I used to do? Just take my box right here and just mark this whole level out, because this is the golden zone level, right? Just mark it out like this. And what do I want to wait for? I want to wait for price to pull back into this level before I can take a decision, right? I want to wait for price to pull back into this level. Now if we don't take out this high, which is here, if we don't take out this high that is here, if price should continue crashing, right, then we should be looking for buys here. But if price should take out this high, then we'll have to do take out our Fibonacci again and wait for the next retracement for us to get our new golden zone. But because of this is an inverse head and shoulder, there's a strong probability that price is going to pull back into this neckline here for us to see some buy continuation to the upside in it. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for price to do what? Sell off into this level and do what? And buy. Now if you want to take the quick buy that's about to happen, a quick sell that's about to happen here, now let's go down to our 15-minute time frame for what our lower time frame perspective. Now you can see that I went to the higher time frame and I understood what was going on with USD CAD before I scaled down to the lower time frame to do what? To look for what? Short trades or intraday trades. Now as it stands now, we are in Asian session already, so I don't trade Asian session. I predominantly trade the London and the New York session because it suits well with my personality and it suits well with my timing, and also it's a volatile. They are both volatile sessions, so I prefer the London and New York session for my trading. Excuse me. Now looking at this level, right, you can see that we had a whole rally to the upside. We had price giving us some levels here that we have not retraced into. Right now, practically, what do we want to see on the 15-minute time frame? Now if you want to short sell this market into this level, one thing you want to see is this. You want to wait for price to take out this low here, this last low here that pulled price all the way to the upside, which is here, So we want to see price taking out this low, and once price takes out this low is when we want to be shorting the market. But if price does not take out this low and takes out this high, you can see we're having buy reactions already. So if price takes out this high like this, then what should we be expecting? We should expect price to do something like this. But I'm still anticipating that price should still drop. Now we will not tell price what price is going to do. We are going to react to what price is telling us. Now from here you can see that because of this whole bullish momentum right here, we are having bullish continuation all at this point. But practically, personally, I am anticipating that USD CAD is going to sell from this level into our golden zone level, which is here. So simple as short, if you want to take this setup, what do you want to do? You want to go to your 5-minute time frame also to understand what is going on. Now you can see that I'm not just trading on the lower time frame, I am coming from the higher time frame, like I said earlier, understanding the higher time frame before I will scale down to the lower time frame. Now this was the lowest point that created a new high for us, and that is why I'm looking at this point. Now the truth is this: if price gets to this point, right, I'm expecting price to not to just break this point easily, but to weak this point, at least induce people to buy or deceive people to buy, and then come back to stop them out, and then go all the way to the neckline of our golden of that head and shoulder pattern. Because you have to understand that market just has to manipulate people, and because of this whole bullish push that has happened here, I know a lot of traders will be interested because they will say, okay, this is the support level here, right, or this aligning with this this level by the left hand side here. Let me just they'll say it's aligning with this level just all the way at the left hand here, so this should be a good support for them to buy from. But they'll be wrong, because practically price is going to stop them out. That is just the truth. So what are we waiting for now? Practically, using this 5-minute time frame, if you want to look for a sharp entry from the 5-minute time frame, now you'll be using this this point here as your new change in trend, because you have to understand that we were initially bullish and now we have price giving us what bearish reaction. So you want to use this point as your change of trend in it. You want this point as your change of trend. Now you can see what I was talking about. Like I said price should sell. So you can see we are having some volatility right here, because we are entering the new day, so a new market, a new daily transaction is opening, and that's why we're having this volatility right now. So first things first, I want to use this level as my change in trend, because initially we were bullish in it. So I want to use this point as what? Minor change in trend. Now for this whole sale, you have to confirm that we are going to pull back all the way to this point, right? Because this is one of the major, level we are looking for price to come into. we have to take out this low. If price doesn't take out this low, then I'm sorry, we are going to keep pushing all the way to the upside. That is just the fact. All right, so what do we want to see? We want to see price pull back, of course. That's what I wanted to explain, and price already pulling back. So you want to take your Fibonacci from this guy right here, this swing high here, to this swing low right here. Now what do you want to wait for? You can clearly see that price is aligning with this supply zone here. Let me just draft it out for you guys. You can see that price is aligning with this supply zone here. Now why did I call it the supply zone? Because this was the zone that made price to sell vigorously, like rapidly. Let me not use too much English. Now this was the zone that gave us a bearish engulfing candle. Okay, you can see, and then price begins to sell all the way to this point. So there's a high tendency that if price gets back into this level, we can also see what sell reaction in it. So we can also see sell reaction all the way to the downside. So that's what we are expecting. Now if you want to take this sell, what do you want to do? You want to wait for price to come back into this level, then look for a sell confirmation from this level. All right, for a sell confirmation from this level. I'm coming. Let me just use this guy here for a sell confirmation from this level, and then you short the market all the way to the downside. So your stop losses should just go right above the golden zone. So you want to take your entry here, and then your stop loss should go right above your golden zone right here. So we should be looking at approximately 6 pip stop. And then now, like I said, there's a tendency that price is going to wake this level, and it is very possible that if price come back into this level, it can come and take out this high before it goes back to take out our 10 to go into our golden zone. So this is based on experience. All right, so because this is the major low we are seeing right here, this is where we're going to take our profits from. You can see a quick 1:4, sweet 1:4 trade. So this is it. If price gets into this point, we should be looking forward to executing a sell trade based on confirmation. So what is our confirmation? If we see rejection candles, if we see doji candles forming, if we see bearish engulfing candlestick pumping out from this level, that is the confirmation to tell us that we should be expecting the retracement all the way to the downside. So that's just a quick one on USD CAD. See you guys on the next one. Tomorrow morning, hopefully, I'll be coming up here, and every day I'll be coming up here to drop market analysis and market reviews for you guys, so that you see how I trade. So I'll be dropping it every morning. Once it's 8 o'clock, you should be expecting a outlook for on my channel. So do well to like and subscribe to this channel, so that you will not miss out on any of this educational content. So peace out to all of you. BFX, one love.